shit.
Alright. Welcome to the GameArena. I am Kyle along with
Yeah. What do you first Neil?
Neil is all three of us. I thought he was gonna like and with me right now is Nick, Jack, and Neil.
His eyes twitching because of the...
With me right fucking now! And we're gonna be playing some... Kyle, I love you. I'm not trying to shit on you.
Yeah, we do this out of love, I swear.
I know.
We go to the website thing, right? Yeah. Okay.
What? Wait, hold on. Did we get our parents' permission?
Yeah,
Stop
that's
now.
true.
Wait, we have to go to the website? No one fucking told me I had to do things. Fuck you guys.
We being fucking...
Alright, what website do I gotta go to?
Go on Kahoot.com.
Go on.
Love
I love you. Kahoot's awesome.
This is actually so much easier than... What's the class code? XBGO. No, what's the fucking website, you fool?
Jackbox.tv.
I can hear myself.
Oh wow, there's four things.
I could have everybody who thinks
What's the
they're
code?
doing a good job
It's on the screen.
matter because you're not.
Oh.
Okay?
Caps doesn't matter, or does it?
I want notifications.
Is that an O or a
Nick,
zero?
I need to show you this. So this dude, Daniel Bryan, he was just like the uber baby face. He is now a vegan heel and holds this
I have a
title
ride.
instead of the WWE title.
Okay.
It is made of hemp.
Pretty sweet.
Hemp. Hemp. That's
Why
what
the
it's
fuck is he bringing me here?
Almost.
Wow, fuck.
Hello. No, I don't think it works.
No, chat. I wonder who that is. I mean, it can't be Jack.
Don't you hate going to the
Yeah,
movies
which
by
button do I
yourself? I mean,
press?
I do.
Well, I guess it
There's
depends.
so much in common. I mean, maybe
Oh,
you and I should sometime.
Everybody's
I mean, I don't
in-
know.
everybody
I mean,
is
I-
here.
Everyone is
I guess
here.
there aren't any good movies showing right
Well,
now
you
anyway, so.
Wait,
never
hold
mind
on.
what you guys
What up?
think.
What's going on?
YouTube might give me something
Paid for by
free.
people
Hold
who think
on.
you and Tina should go out on a date sometime just to see how it goes.
So embarrassing. I did not put them up for that.
I tried to go to the
Hold on,
website.
Nick, you give me some free...
General manager.
Yeah,
What are you trying to get from? Who?
Coming up with
YouTube, they said they give me something if I answer the
I don't know
survey.
if I would trust that.
Don't
That
have a lot of
sounds
game
kind of
controllers?
sketchy.
Not a problem.
And don't say it's YouTube. Wait, let me see.
Let
Let me see.
Controller. But that's just the
$1,000
beginning. In the
gift
coming
No,
years,
no,
it's
no,
going to
no.
be
Facebook, they do the
We'll
same
be
thing.
able to
Try to
play our
hide
games
Facebook
using a
with it.
regular TV remote, a
Fuck, it won't-
calculator, a block
It's
of wood,
shady
a
as hell,
button
you
drawn
got-
onto it, or even a garage door opener. But why stop there? We're hard at work
Don't
making
let him
game
answer
controllers out of
surveys.
shoes,
Dad,
coffee
fuck.
table books about Paris, electric
fool.
Don't let him put his credit card information in.
That's maybe someday your
Look,
own
I just need
money.
Social
My coworkers
Security,
tell
we're
me
good to
that
go.
most of these are
They're
technically
gonna get random
impossible, but we already have
And
them
it's
working on phones and
required.
tablets,
I can put
and
yourself
luckily I don't entirely know what the word impossible
I
is.
am
I
a
think the word possible is in
Nigerian
there somewhere,
prince,
so
and
that's
I
how it
need
prompts.
money.
So if you love
100,000
You Don't Know Jack,
Gs.
hopefully you'll
Yeah,
eventually be
well,
playing our other
5,000
games like Fibbage and
Or
Everybody Help Grandma, using just a half-eaten turkey sandwich as a controller. I'm Mike Builder, and I
Don't do
don't
it.
know what I'm saying anymore.
You know, Nick was no, dude. Nick was on one of those shady porn sites that just like pop up one of those ads.
Yeah. Hot singles in your area. Nick's like, whoa, really?
Where?
He's like, wait, what'd I do? Oh.
You don't know.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson.
Jack, you don't know
And
me.
hey, wipe that
Who
smile
the
off
hell
your
are
face.
you?
This is
Fuck
serious.
it.
Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and
That's a
stuff.
Wildcat.
I haven't evolved yet.
Four players. Bring it. There's your
Oh
heart.
my god.
If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button. And the answer immediately.
Hold on, in Mario Party there was money.
That doesn't count. That wasn't going.
And today's wrong answer to the game is being brought to you by...
The San Francisco Otter Choir.
Honestly,
Free concerts
cry.
every Wednesday, except for dating season.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash.
What are we supposed to do?
It says choose the wrong one.
So we choose the wrong?
Okay, it's time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
First on the docket, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%?
The wrong answer, though, right?
Player 3? Could be worse, you know, in theory. Players 1 and 4?
What?
What are you implying exactly? Player 2.
I don't understand this.
Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water.
We do want the right
What is the right answer?
But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
First of all, no, wait, just your brain. What about the rest of you?
No, I think he meant how much you
Here's one for you. His acting is alright.
the brain, which is like maybe 20.
So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age?
I'll find out.
Players 1 and 4.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity! Players 2 and 3. What a pity. Here's where the money is. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages.
That was
Now,
the
the
Enlightenment
Renaissance
age.
would follow the Makana Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
You suck.
You're not fun.
Dance with me, disco free.
Oh no. Dude, I'm just playing this
How about-
for the first time too.
It's a hard question.
Brought to you by the letter U, Nabrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player 2. Sucks to be you. Players 1 and 4. Wait for it. Wait for it.
No.
Player 3. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two. 2 eyebrows! You just picked up an extra $1,000 for that.
I
I don't know
Yes,
Jack.
none of them have ever blinked.
What does the screw do, Kyle?
I don't know.
That's just not a presser.
You can press it. I don't know.
It's time for Duck, Duck, Swan.
I don't understand.
Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno. Why player 4? Who do you care to screw?
Oh.
If you're gonna threaten to screw someone, you gotta act on it. Can we continue now?
I didn't know it was giving you that much. Okay.
Player 1. This is gonna hurt. Players 2 and 3. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
I guess this is like supposed to be knowledge.
But like,
Pop culture.
yeah.
May
That,
I
like,
introduce
I don't understand.
Exactly.
the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 4, your score is hurting. Play this dis or dat and try and help it out. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber,
Okay, I think I
or
know this.
an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George.
Okay, I
If
read
it's
Curious
Justin
Let's
George.
help
Bieber,
Nick.
press the X button.
Let's
If
help
it's
Nick.
Curious
Okay, I read
George,
Curious George's
press
child,
the
I
B
think.
button.
No.
Now the rest of you listen up.
Yes.
I watched it as a child.
So let's
Choose
help
an
him.
answer before player 4, and if player 4 gets it wrong, I'll split the cash among everyone who got it right.
Oh wait,
We
this
good?
is still
Here we go.
competitive.
Oh
Fuck that.
god.
Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a arrested for falsely reporting. Egged a house. Got high on Ethan. Fed a bugle to an op. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George. I'm curious how someone could do this badly.
point that
Fuck this game.
I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That'll wrap up round 1. And player 3 is at the front of the class. Let's see if they stay there. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double.
why not make it?
And remember, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game.
Yeah, I just
All right, you
realized
ready?
we could
Too
have
bad.
actually we could have these games unmuted. Because it's
Let's try Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Player 1. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Players 2, 3, and 4. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You've just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer to the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
Hey, how come everyone just got $8,000?
What?
Here's what I like to call Let It Go.
Wait,
let
that
let
happened?
it go.
That helped us?
At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 3.
Oh, I know what.
Getting colder. Players 1, 2, and 4. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below
Kelvin.
freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
I guess that
And
was
I
awesome.
know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Yeah, he
I couldn't get that
positive.
At least he got past you. He was
Try this on for size.
in a different place.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 4. Players 1, 2, and 3. That answer has a hole in it. Why didn't you pick this? Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall.
Yeah, because he doesn't know jack.
I'll give them.
Up next, wine or lose?
I'm gonna cry either way.
If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? Player 3, who gets your screw? The screw is in you, player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice. How do you say, no? Player 3, that turned out to be a great screw. Why not grab a few more bucks while you're at it? Player 3.
Cool, thanks, dude. I really appreciate it.
Player 1. This is
I mean, I
right.
would.
Oops.
I'm in the lead.
I
That's
mean,
why I
this
didn't
is
see
white, which is wrong. Player 4. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is
No, I
very
still screw me,
offensive.
'cause I didn't see it.
Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
You don't. Just by the way, you have to click it before the fight starts. Because I was trying to do that the whole time.
Here we have I Want to Lick and Roll All Night.
Okay.
If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? Player 2, who's gonna get that screwed? Player 3, you're getting screwed. You got 5 seconds.
It was 20.
Player 2, way to screw, baby.
Whatever. Helped all of you.
Let's see if you can make this really hurt. Player 4.
Swing and a miss.
Players 1 and 2. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore.
So maybe... Oh, great. Oh, God. Jack attack.
Welcome. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck.
Oh, that's the press A when it shows up.
Oh, I get it. You're supposed to click it when it's...
I hit off and didn't get it.
Oh, that's just the wrong.
Motherfucker.
There's no way. Oh my god. I definitely
The fuck?
Stop pressing the button. What even?
Oh, man.
Oh, bullshit. I pressed that.
Bullshit.
No, Jack, you won.
Bullshit. It was 2,000 up minus $2,000 each one. Never mind.
It's player 2!
Wow, Jack didn't know
I
Jack.
hope you were planning a big celebration in honor of your victory, because it's not that great of a win, you know what I mean? I wouldn't inflate too many balloons or hire a
We were
clown
all
or
in the
anything.
red.
And certainly no bouncy houses. Maybe just a simple cake that reads,
Wow, so Jack didn't know Jack. Hey, Jack, how do you feel about not knowing Jack?
Oh, I knew I didn't know myself for a long time. I wish I could. Okay, I've been disconnected.
Because...
We need a new code.
Yeah, because the videos... Wait, no, what's left is over.